Invictus Capital is a crypto fund. Now, this is from a March the 1st, 2018 Medium post that they put out by Daniel Schwarzkopf, who is their CEO. Now, what Daniel Schwarzkopf did is he ran a ICO in 2017 and also in 2018. Now, their ICO in 2017 was called Crypto 20, and they raised quite a lot of money, approximately $33 million, if I remember right. And then they also did a second one, which they raised approximately $9 million. The second one was in March or something like that. I can't remember, but it was definitely 2018. And then following that second one, they then rebranded to Invictus Capital, or around that period. So they stopped using the name Crypto 20 for themselves and called themselves Invictus Capital, because they launched a second token, which was a venture capital token fund, and they were looking forward to bringing a whole load of other funds within that Invictus Capital structure, and that's why they rebranded. Now, follow now here, this is a message they have, and this was posted earlier on, and effectively said from 12th of May 2020, their ISG and IBA funds, in order to protect potential new investors, no new funds were being accepted. So suspension of subscriptions, meaning they were not accepting any more money into those two funds. But then they went on to say they were also suspending the redemptions. In other words, people could not take out their money, and the determination of the net asset value. So they were not going to put a value on the asset, on the funds, on those two funds. Subsequently, those two funds have been wound down, and they've applied for to be liquidated effectively, and they applied that. We went through that previously, but this is just a history so that you can see. Now, this is on 12th of May. We did know that they had exposure to the Celsius network. So when Celsius network stopped their withdrawals, we thought this was the cause of Invictus Capital's problems. But as we can see here, clearly on their website, their problems started much earlier, because 12th of May there, and the withdrawals suspension of Celsius network, that happened on the 12th of June this year. On 12th of June 2020, Celsius network made the decision to pause withdrawals, swaps, and transfers. So that was done on the 12th of June, and this is from their blog, as you can see, the Celsius network blog, and they clearly basically stopped these suspensions in June, as you can see, and Invictus, they had problems in May, a full month before. Now, in the Invictus Capital letter to shareholders that we managed to find, well, it's literally you click here and it takes you to that document. If you do look at the document, it does say the directors of the fund determined to suspend subscriptions to the ISG and IBA funds to protect potential new investors from 12th May 2022, and the subscription, redemption, and the determination of the net asset value of shares. So you can see clearly this happened in May, and clearly the Celsius issue happened in June, a full month later. Now, we did know they had exposure to Celsius, but we didn't know how much. Well, as we can see here, Invictus Capital, they have 9.885589 million exposure there, and this is taken from the filings that the Celsius network did with their Chapter 11. And then you have a look here, they've got a second one here, Crypto 10 SP segregated portfolio of Invictus Capital. So again here, they've got a 7,829,000 exposure there. So together, they've got 17.7 million exposure to the Celsius issue, issue, and that is a lot for them. Hopefully that is not going to be a problem for them that's going to wipe them out, but having an exposure of that amount is extremely large. 17.7 million is a lot of money. So we'll follow this and see exactly what happens. As you can see, this Celsius situation, you've got other companies there and other people with a lot of exposures, and you've got others here that we don't, it says on file. I couldn't get any information, so I don't really know when they mean on file, what they mean. But as you can see, there was a lot of other people with a lot of exposure there. So the Celsius network really has rocked the industry.